Hi and welcome to another video from AI Sciences. This video is an extension of the previous video in which we tried to move multiple objects using MediaPipe and OpenCV. In this video, we will try to build a color separation game or a color separation, basically the logic of color separation, that how we can separate the two colors based on a line that the green colors must go on the right, let's say, and the red color circles must go on the left. So this is sort of a simple game that we are trying to build over here. And I'm your instructor Muhammad Ahmad, and in this video we will try to extend the logic implemented in the previous video for developing this basic game using OpenCV, MediaPipe, and eventually we will be discussing the complete flow, and this video also includes the hands-on as well. From our channel, that AI Sciences, or at the platform of AI Sciences, we are providing a number of facilities and functionalities regarding software development and product development. We are also creating courses for AI, data science, computer vision, and whatnot. If you are interested in any of this, then do visit the links present in the description. So let's just begin. So here you can see that I have the code from the previous video, and if you just landed on this particular video, then I would highly recommend you to go through the previous videos in which we are developing this script for making this simple game. So the quick overview of this script, we are just capturing that, and I added these two statements to just increase the size of my window for the video capture. Then we are getting the hands, and eventually we have declared the center points and the circles. Then we are getting the video, the frames from the videos, and then we are checking that if we have any hand inside that video. We are extracting the hand marks and doing all the basic stuff and printing the points on those hand landmarks. Then we are detecting that if our both fingers are opened or not, and then we are iterating on the center points of the circles, and we are detecting that if the center point, basically the index finger, is inside the center point or not, and if it is inside it, then we are just making it drag and drop our circle, changing its color as well. And eventually we are just printing the particular circles at their updated position. So we don't need this statement as well. Now, if we just give it a go, just to make sure that we are using the correct script. So we are getting this one, and the size is basically increased because I used these two statements. So if I may just go for here, and this is my hand, and I'm able to drag and drop the circles. Yeah, perfect. Now what we have to do, the basic idea is that we will try to develop the logic in which we will just draw a center line, and then we will check that if the circle, if the provided circle is at the left, then we will at the left of the line, then we will consider it that it's in the green region, and if it's on the right, then we will consider it on the red region. Also, we don't need to get all the we don't need to reset the colors over here, and we don't need to change the color as well, because we will just try to update move the position of the center of the circle based on the assigned color. So if I have the color in such a way, let's just add another point so that we have four circles, and then we will just change the color of it. So for the last one, let's just add another point at 400, 400 point, and let's just make it green, and let's just make it green. Now the only difference is from the previous videos. In the previous videos, we were actually changing the color of the object of the circle when our index fingers was inside the circle. In this video, we are not going to do that. We will consider the existing color, and we will try to drag and drop it, because the reason for doing that changing color from red to green was just to get the idea that whether we have successfully identified the finger inside the circle and the circle is movable or not. Now we are confident with that, so we don't need this anymore. And we will try to build the logic that we will try to move all the red ones to the left and all the green ones to the right, or you can do it either way. Now we have assigned this with the red and the green color, and we don't want to change this color at here as well. So now if I may just give it a go, you will notice that we will have 4 circles, and the 2 circles will be red and 2 circles will be green. And if I try to drag and drop it, it is allowing me to drag and drop it without changing the color. That's perfect. Next thing is we have to just basically draw a line to separate the particular whether the circle is on the right side or on the left side. For that, let's just create a color white because we want to create a white line. And for this one, we can go for 255, 255 and 255 because this is the RGB for white. Then for drawing the line, we need to go for simply, we will go inside this, and over here, we will go for CV2 dot line because we need to draw the line. Next is we have to provide the image on which we draw the line, and then we have to provide the coordinates on which we draw the line. So this one is the starting point of the line. This one is the ending point of the line. We will fill that in a moment. I want the line to be white color, and for the thickness, let's just make it 10. Now, if we just go for this one, so we know that we set the width of our screen to 1280. So we know that the center point must be 640. So we can make it as 640 and 0 because we want it to be, for the y-axis, we want it to be on the top. Then over here, we know that it's 720. So we can go for 640, which is the maximum, and we can go for the 720. So it will take this to the center of the bottom, like at some way at here, and for 720 it will take us all the way to the down. Now if we just run it, hopefully we will be getting, okay. So we are getting our line in the center. Now what we will do, we will try to develop the logic that will detect that whether our circle is on this side of the line or is it on this side of the line. We will try to develop this logic first. So for that, actually let's just declare an array on the top that will save the positions, and in that position we will save that this particular is on the green side or on the left side, whether it's on the red or green or left or right. So we will go for the positions, and we need it to be u undefined and multiply it with 4. So what this statement will do, this statement will simply create a list with 4 u's. So if I just put it over here, so it will just simply create a list for me with 4 u's, this statement. So I have created the list of the positions. Next thing what I have to do is basically I have to determine that which circle is on the right side or on the left side. So we don't have to do it at every level. We just need to check it at this point because this is the point where we are moving this circle. So after moving this circle, we can just check that if this circle y, because we just need, these x-axis, this coordinate, this one, this is the x-axis. Now we will check that if this x-axis is basically less than 640. And let me just print it for you first so that you guys get the idea that what I'm talking about. So for those of you, if you are good with maths and the coordinate system, then you must have get this. But for those of you who are weak like me, so let's just develop the understanding at a much better level. So I'm printing the coordinates of the circle, and now if I may just take it over here. Now just notice when I just take this circle from here, so right now it's Okay, so instead of printing the complete list, let's just print the relevant circle. So this one again. Now hopefully we will be getting the coordinates for this particular circle. So now if I may just take it from here, you can notice that it's currently its x-axis over here, this one, is something like 470 or 80, and this is its y. Now if I drag it down, you can notice that the y is increasing, and then if I may just take it to the top, you can see that the y is basically decreasing at this point, and the x-axis is also this one. Now if I just take it across this one, you can notice that this axis is basically greater than 640, and if I take it over here, you can see that this is less than 640. You can actually play around with that and see and observe it, that if it is less than 640, if we are at this mark, it is less than 640, and if we are at this mark, it is greater than 640 for the x coordinate. Now we will be using that logic to check that whether we are on the left side or we are on the right side, and we are doing the same. We are checking for the center points. We are accessing it 0, the 0th one, the first coordinate, and then we are checking that if it is less than 640, then we will go for positions. We will refer to the relevant position I, and let's just make it as green. So for the basic idea, we are checking that if our circle is on the left side, we are marking it that it's in the green region, and otherwise if it's not, then we are marking it as the red region, that it's inside the red region. Now if we just print the positions, you will develop the idea that what we are getting over here. So if I may just print the positions. Now clear the screen, give it a go. So right now all the positions of all the circles are basically U, which is undefined. Now as soon as I just move this circle from here, okay, we don't need the coordinates now. So let's just remove the coordinates and then display the positions. Yeah, we don't need it. So again, we are just displaying that, and hopefully this time it will work fine. So if I may just see, this one over here has been changed to green because I am on this side of the line. As soon as I will cross this section, it will make it as red. It will mark it as red because of this code, that if it is less than 640, which means if it is in this section, we are marking it as green, and otherwise if it is in this section, we are marking it as red. So that's the basic idea, which is working perfectly fine. So if it is in this one, it is green, and if it is in this one, it is red. Same for this one. If I take this from here, so currently it is marked as green because this is inside the green region, the left side of the line. Now if I may just take it and move it over here, now it is again marked as red region. Same will happen for this point as well, that if I move it, now you can see that it is in the green region, and if I may just move it from here, now it is in the red region. Same will happen for this one, that currently it's in the green region, and if I move it over here, okay, if I move it over here, now it's in the red region. Let's just take another one and move it back, and it's again in the green region. So that's the basic idea that we have implemented, and now we are almost done with the game. So we developed the basic functionality to check that whether we are in the green side or whether we are in the red side. Now what we have to do, we have to check that what was the actual color for that particular circle, and what is the position of it. So now I will check that if I may just move it, and here I just simply assign some red or green. So right now everything is green. Now we have to check that for this particular circle, this one, what is its color? If it is red and it is available if its position is R, this one, so that means that this is in the correct position. If this one, if its color is green for this circle, and for its position we have the G, which is this one, it means that it is in the correct position. If this is the case, that if this color is green and we are taking it in the red one, so this is the wrong position. So we have to just check this notation now, that if its color is green and it is available inside the green section, that means it's at the correct place. And otherwise, if its color is green and it is available, the position is red, so that means that it's not working fine. Now we don't need this statement anymore, and here if we want to check, we can just simply go for printing it inside it. We can also write the statement here as well, because we don't want to just overwhelm the code. It's a good practice to just work around at the code or go to the code section when it is required. And we only know that we can check that if we have the particular condition met or not, if we have moved any circle. So we just taking it inside this. If you can move it outside over here as well, that totally depends on your choice. Now if we are inside the circle and we have both the fingers up and we have successfully moved our point, now we have to check that if for the color and position in zip, we will check circle color or the what was the name of the variable? It was circle colors. I guess I typed that. So we get the circle colors, and for the positions, we need to get the positions. Okay, I'm not sure why my IntelliSense just stopped working. So let's just copy this from here and paste it over here. Now, based on that, what we will do, we will check that if the particular color is red. So if the color is red, so that means that for that particular for this one, if we are talking about this circle, for this circle the color is red, right? So for this one, this condition will be met, and if the color is red, the next condition that we have to check, you can guess it, that the position is equals to if the position is also equals to green. So let's just make it over here, that if color is equals to red and the position is also red. So here it is checking that for the particular circle, if the associated color with this circle is red and the position in which we drag that circle is again red, then we can consider it as a success, that the particular circle is in the correct position. And here we can just simply put pass for now. We will implement the logic in a couple of seconds. Then for this one, we will check that if the color for that circle was green, then we have to verify that the position was also in the green, that the particular circle we dragged it inside the correct region. And if this is the case, then we have to implement the logic. So let's just declare a variable count over here. Let's just make it 0. And if this condition is met for a circle, we will make it as count plus equals to 1. And if this condition is met, we will just go for count plus equals to 1 as well. Then let's just print the count. So if I may just go for here and so if I take this circle from here and I put it over here, why it's not printing the color? Okay, we break it over here, so we don't need to break at this point. We have to take the break below it. Now if I rerun that, and for the circle, yeah. Now if I may just take it, so currently it is stating that this is the one count, so that means that this is the green region and this circle is in the green region. And as soon as I take it over here, you can see that the count is now updated to 0 over here. Now if I again take it from here and put it over here, you can see that the count is again being updated to 1. Now if I may drag this red from here and I put it over here, and the count is now 1. Sorry, the count is 2 because this one is at the correct position and this particular red is at correct position. Now for this one, if I may take it from here and I drag it to all the way here. Okay, let me just move my hand back a bit. So this one, we are getting the count 4. And now as soon as I move it over here, the count will get, I guess, 3. Yeah, because 3 of them, these two reds and this one are at the correct position and this screen is at the wrong position. And as soon as I move it back over here, it's again 4. Same is for this one. It's 3. And if I may just move it over here back, it's again 4. So we have implemented pretty much all this stuff. Now let's just put a check over here that if we go for total circles, let's just declare it on this level. So we have total circles equals to 4 and we can use this over here. And at this one, instead of printing the count, we can go for if this equals to count. So that means that we have our particular, all the circles are in their particular position in the particular region and we have passed the game. So we can go for success. You can do anything over here if you want. You can just make the circles disappear, or you can give a text with the pop-up that you succeeded. Anything you want to do, you can do this. So if I may just run that and yeah. So we are getting this one. If I may take these greens and okay, green was supposed to be here. So let's just move the reds one to the, okay, let me just use this hand. So red one went over here and here, if we take it, okay. We are getting the success message over here. So this is a very interesting game that you can make for the children's with number of colors, with number of sections that you have to move green to here, you have to move red to here. And if you want to improvise it, you can improvise it by using that, whether you want to build a shape or anything you want to do, you can further groom this particular thing. For this video, for this particular section, if you have any confusions inside the code, if you are not getting anything, if you are stuck at any point, then we are here for you. Please feel free to let us know in the comment section and we will try to get back to you on that as soon as possible. Also, please do subscribe to our channel and do hit the bell icon so that you get the notifications of our upcoming videos. This is pretty much it from this side. I will see you in the next video.